Also is тоже. Okay, and it doesn't matter. In English you have this problem. You would say I don't know and you don't know either because it's a negative. I do know and you do know too or also. You have a different word. In Russian it doesn't matter. You can say тоже all the time. There's also the word также, but we can stick to тоже. Okay, so for now it's still quite basic. So I'm not going to go into detail on that. Now, and in Russian is и if you're going to link two things together which supplement each other and add up to a larger whole. For example, if I want to say я не знаю и ты не знаешь, we're saying the same thing twice. Both of us don't know, I don't know, and you don't know. Okay? If I want to add in a little bit of contradiction, I don't know and you do, okay? It's not the same and, it's a little bit of a but in that and. And here instead of I need to use a in Russian. And here Russian is more particular than English. Я знаю, а ты не знаешь. If I want to go for out and out contradiction and have a full but, then I have no. And this is I will have if I want to have a full, bring in the full weight of the contradiction between the fact I don't know, but you do. Therefore I'm relying on you. Я не знаю, но ты знаешь. So, remember those three words, и, a, and no, and the word a is a form for and which is halfway between and for two things which don't contradict at all, and but, no, for things which absolutely contradict. Okay, so where there's a short contradiction but you don't want to make a big deal of it, that's when you use a. Okay, so let's take those words that we've just learned and just make a few more sentences. Я много знаю, а ты мало знаешь. What do you think that means? Я много знаю, а ты мало знаешь. Okay, I'm not saying it to you. I'm sure you know a lot of things. Okay, I'm just making it for an example. I know much, I know a lot, and you don't know much. Okay, and so I use the a because I'm contradicting. It's not the same case for me as it is for you. Okay, я мало знаю, и вы тоже мало знаете. I can change the order of words around. Я мало знаю, и вы мало знаете тоже. I can say this just as well. Okay? Он работает хорошо, а она работает плохо. Just think for a minute what it means. Он работает хорошо, he is working well, а она работает плохо. She is working badly, poorly. Он работает хорошо, но делает мало. He works well, but does little. Okay? You need to practice these sentences more and more. I give you a couple more verbs of the 1A conjugation. Понимать. Понимать means to understand. Мы понимаем. We understand. Я понимаю. I understand. Again, exactly the same endings. Вы понимаете is a question. Вы понимаете? Вы понимаете это? Do you understand it? Я не понимаю. Извините, я не понимаю. Sorry, I don't understand. Я понимаю мало. Он понимает хорошо. He understands well. A final verb for today. Думать. To think. Okay? To think. Думать. Он много думает, но мало знает. He thinks a lot, but he doesn't know much. Вы мало думаете. You don't think much. Они не думают. They are not thinking. They don't think. Okay? Just keep on practicing those 5 verbs. Take them with those few adverbs and those other small linking words which I've taught you. Make as many sentences as you can and keep practicing them through all of those different parts of different pronouns, combining them with the different pronouns, and that will be a good lesson to base on for next time, when I'll be increasing the number of verbs which you know in this category. Okay, that is enough for the lesson for today. Okay, quick change of scene there for the joke in the song. There is a new Russian man, a new rich Russian businessman, lots of money, and he goes to the discotheque with the intention to find himself a nice tёлка, which is a popular word for a bit of fluffy, a girlfriend, a любовница, you might say, a concubine. And he finds a very, very attractive girl dancing there. And he starts to dance with her, and then while dancing he's asking her straight. He says to her, I would like you to come to live with me and be my concubine, because you will excuse my asking you straight, but I don't really like these places. I just came here to look for a concubine, and as soon as I find one I really would like to live with my concubine, so I see no problem in asking you straight about it. Either you are interested in my proposal or not. And she says, well, I don't mind straight talking. In fact, I would like to talk straight myself. Do you have a Mercedes 600 series? And the gentleman says, I certainly do. Of course I have Mercedes 600 series. And she says, this is very good. Do you have a wardrobe full of Versace clothing? And he says, of course I have a wardrobe full of Versace. It is sine qua non, is it not? And so she says, well, third and final question. Do you have a dacha in Barvicha near Moscow with 4 stories high? And the man looks at her and says, I'm sorry. And the woman says, well, I have my standards. You can see I'm a very attractive woman, so you don't expect me to go with you now. And the gentleman, he puts his tail between his legs and he goes back to the table. And there his friend who went along with him is waiting and says to him, well, what was the problem? What was the problem? And the gentleman says, well, my car is okay, my wardrobe is okay, but there's no way I'm going to take a whole slice of my house for anybody. It is the way I'm telling them. Anyway, after that gentleman lost this woman, he probably could sing this song, which is based on the poetry of Pushkin, in which Pushkin writes the following. Я вас любил, любовь еще, быть может, в душе моей угасла не совсем. I loved you, my love has maybe not entirely extinguished within my soul, но пусть она вас больше не тревожит, but may it not bother you anymore. Я не хочу печалить вас ничем. I don't want to bother you with anything, to upset you with anything. Я вас любил безмолвно, безнадежно. I loved you silently, not saying anything, hopelessly, то робостью, то ревностью томим, sometimes choked with shyness, sometimes by envy. Я вас любил как искренно, как нежно. I loved you so sincerely, so tenderly, как дай вам Бог, любимой, быть другим. As may God grant you to be loved by somebody else. It's a very famous poem by Pushkin. So I sing it to you. Unfortunately, I got no backing track for this, so I will sing a capello, and hopefully it's not too bad. Я вас любил, любовь еще, быть может,
душе моей угасла не совсем. Но пусть она вас больше не тревожит. Я не хочу печалить вас ничем. Я вас любил безмолвно, безнадежно, то робостью, то ревностью томим. Я вас любил так искренно, так нежно, как дай вам Бог, любимой, быть другим.